The Spiritual Emperor to Save Emperors. There are going to be announcements regarding the registration schedule for the 2026 World Remnant Conference. The 2026 U.S. College Evangelism Retreat is taking place at the Chicago Holy Nations Church from 16th of June. The World Public Servants Missions Conference is upcoming, taking place at Emmanuel Church on the 22nd. The 2026 Prenatal Infants, Parents and Ministers Retreat is taking place at the Topping RTC on the 25th of May. The Spiritual Emperor to Save Emperors of this Age. Dear Remnants, today I'm going to share announcements at the Daegu Exco where the 2026 World Remnant Conference will be taking place. These are the announcements regarding registration schedule and specific announcements. First, the World Remnant Leaders Retreat is going to take place from the Topping RTC from the 29th of July to the 1st of August. The schedule will be 3 nights and 4 days with remnant leaders scattered from all around the world, gathering in one place to listen to the message and concentrate in prayer. So, remnant ministers and leaders who have received the invitation and recommendation from either the missions department or your senior pastor can attend. So, the leader recommendations will begin from the 1st of June via wear.kr. Thereafter, they will be notified and payments will begin on the 25th of June. The 29th WRC announcements will have 2 rounds of registrations. The first round of registrations begin on the 23rd of May to the 22nd of June, and then payments from the 25th. Payments close on the 25th of June. The second round of registrations will begin on the 30th of June to the 14th of July, and payments will close on the 30th of June. We'll finish on the 15th of July. The registration is received in 3 groups. First, Group A is for those who are born between 2013 to 2001. So payments will differ according to which round of registration you apply. Accommodations and meals are provided, but if you do not apply for meals and if you do not apply for the meals and transportation, it's lower prices, but meals are compulsory for Group A. For Group B, these are participants born from year 2000, and meals, accommodation, and transportation is not provided, and each round will have different prices. So please refer to the specific details. And Group C applies to accommodating children. These are children born between 2014 to 2022, prices and meals included. And for overseas remnants that are applying for accommodations, it'll be roughly $250. So for overseas registrants that apply to general attendees, that is Group C, and the accompanying children, that is Group B, and accompanying children, that is Group C, you can apply for accommodations and meals separately. If you have any sort of welfare advantage, including certificates regarding disability, you can receive a 50% discount. If you are able to pay within the specific time, you will be allocated seats. But if you're not able to pay within that allocated time, there is going to be a penalty. So we hope to see you with the absolute partisans.
(2026) 미주대학 전도집회가 세계 살릴 실제 망대를 만들어라라는 주제로 6월 16일부터 이틀간 시카고 성북 장로교회에서 진행됩니다.
Raise the actual partisan, establish the actual partisan to save the world. So registrations will begin at 2 p.m. and messages following. Then there is going to be an independent training and praise night from the U.S. College department. And accommodation and transportation is not provided. So you can find more details on the screen. The 2026 World Public Servants Conference is taking place at the Emmanuel Church. 22nd will be an independent training, and the 23rd, the main conference. So previous and current public servants or any that are interested in this industry can attend. For those who are participating in the independent training, meals and accommodations will be provided. First come, first serve, 40 registrants. The 2026 Prenatal Infants, Parents and Ministers Training is taking place with the theme The True Generational Covenant. The lectures will be taking place at the times allocated and displayed on the screen. Then registrations will close on the 22nd of May, and please refer to one-to-one inquiries at RIA for any questions. The salt and light has lost its color and taste. The world has become barren. The children, their tongues have stuck to the roofs of their mouth, and there is no one to give them food. There is no one to give them food, no one to give them milk. These are the fields that we have lost. The start of saving posterity. The time to save your past, present, and future. The time for posterity. This is the reason we meet. The 2026 Remnant Ministers and Teachers Seminar is upcoming. The 2026 Remnant Ministers and Teachers Seminar is taking place at the top RTC from the 2nd to 3rd of June. First is going to be for the youth ministers and teachers. Lecture 1 beginning at 10:30, then a special lecture. The day after is a prenatal infants and parents and children's seminar starting at 10:30 a.m. the next day. After lecture 1 is going to be a tutorial session for the covenant and dream, praise, and then also specialized lectures and special lecture at 3 p.m. So registrations are going to be open until 6 p.m. Church Officers Graduate School Seminar Semester 35, Lecture 6 is going to begin at 5 p.m. through the RTC TV. So all the offering given for the Church Officers Graduate School is going to be given as sponsorship for the future churches. The 237 Tuesday Disciples Conference and the 237 New Believers Field Ministers Training is also upcoming, and registrations will close at 1 p.m. the day previous. Last week's core service took place centered on the Busan district. This day was given within the mission to find gifted and talented individuals, and also prayer and presiding from disciples throughout Oceania, and special praise from Post Christian School. There was a special lecture for the lecturers and also the Business Persons Association. Hello, I'm Team Lead Chung Kyung-sik, leading the family movement for the Remnant Social Welfare Foundation. Beginning with the message of the family movement, we want to give special announcements regarding the campaign that we want to proceed during the World Remnant Conference. The 237 5000 invitation campaign is with the initiative to nurture remnants of 237 and 5000 to become the spiritual summit of one nation by embracing them as a family member. So not only just inviting them to attend the conference, but raising a system based on the remnants who have the desire to continue the gospel movement. And so we want to we are continuing our communication with overseas missionaries that can continue this movement and continue nurturing. So we cannot confirm your preference that you have chosen on your registration, but if there is a missionary that you are already connected to, in that case, we can sort of run the operations at the back end. So for the remnants who are invited, they will participate in the World Remnant Conference and be raised as a spiritual summit. And through the continued interaction via the schools association, there will be continued training. And through those who have been invited, we'll be able to discover God's plan for that one person. We'll have that graceful time. So the cost of inviting one person includes their flight, training fees, and the cost that it takes for them to stay at this while they're in Korea. And it's not per individual at that point in time, but it's going to be the average price across the entire continent. And there is going to be some foreseen challenges due to geopolitical issues and also just current affairs. So we pray for everyone to participate within deep prayer. So if you are seeking to invite the single individual, then please utilize the sponsorship details on the screen. And you can find further details at the We Are Remnant Foundation website. The family movement is our eternal mission for world evangelization. So through the invitation of the remnants from 237 and 5000, we pray that one person to raise one nation can begin. So we pray for the prayers of all our Tarapan family members. Thank you very much. These are announcements regarding special offering. Reverend Shinbong-jun of the Hana Church gave the 7-point offering and other 17 believers. So there was half-out offering throughout the nation and the world for the 237 Center and RETC. And these are special announcements. The Sunday core service on the 23rd of May is going to be centered around the Yeongnam Busan chapter at Emmanuel Church. And the World Missions Conference 7-point offering, if you need any of the offering sort of receipts, please inquire at the We Are One-to-One. And these are the weekly messages. We pray that you live the life of the evangelist this week. This concludes the news. Thank you very much.